It's what the minor Pee Wee AA Clarington Toros were waiting for all summer long. It was time to kick off their season, and it started heading to St. Catharines for an early bird tournament. Ben Sabrizi gets the first big opportunity of the year as he splits it in, goes in on goal, but the shot goes wide of the net. At the end of the first period, the Toros had a power play that they couldn't convert on, but in the second period, that all changed.
Aiden Howard tried to throw it up front for Jackman that goes in behind the goal. Howard trying to dig on it, and so is Jackman. Connor Cole away with the loose puck. Shoots it, and goal! Connor Cole on the power play opens up the scoring, and the Toros are 1 for 1 so far on their power play this year.
Mississauga were almost able to answer right back, but Brett Foreman is able to rob Bogax on a breakaway. And when your goaltender bails you out after a big save, you want to come back with some great offense, and the Toros do shorthanded nonetheless. Watch this pass by Ben Sabrizi with a nice one-handed pass to Cameron Ryan. Shorthanded goal as he goes short side on Kinsey. 2-0 Toros. But one shorthanded goal wasn't enough. The Toros wanted more, and Connor Cole makes his way around Eiserhoff and then stuffs it past the right pad of Kinsey to make it 3-0 Toros. This next play coming up is going to show what hard work and determination will do for you, as Trent Taylor is going to win this battle in the corner, and Nicholas Pearl comes up with the puck, gets the opportunity to take a shelfie, and he does. He goes top shelf over Kinsey to make it 4-0 Toros. As we head to the third, it's the same result. Jack Cannon coming in. It's going to get stopped there by Kinsey, but the rebound is not. Trent Taylor stuffs it in, and the Toros make it 5-0. A late goal by Mississauga makes it 5-1, but that's the way this one ends up. So after passing the first test and knocking off the Mississauga North Stars in their first game 5-1, it was on to test number 2, and the Toros had to knock off the number 2 seed last year, the Cowden Hawks, and both goaltenders were out to play in this one.
Toros looking to get the first shot on goal, and it's Aiden Howard with a right pad stop there from Heaney. It mattered the most right at the net. Back to the line there for Orr. Over to the other side for Duty. Duty trying to shoot it, and that got Drew Galton off the blocker. A big stop there to stop Duty on that shot. Jack Cannon turns and fires. Left pad save. Rebound in front. Nicholas Burrow shot, and that was stopped there by Heaney. There's a rebound in front, and Heaney has it somewhere in his equipment, but the Toros putting on pressure, trying to break this 0-0 tie. Kept in there by number 51. Tipped out in front. Couple whacks away, and it's stopped there by Golden with some huge stop. Off Moore out of front, and another big save. Rebound out of front, and Drew Golden scoops that one up as well.
These two teams battled back and forth all game long, and it ended up in a 0-0 tie in a game that had some parents saying it was the best game of hockey they'd seen in a very long time. So it's off to Saturday morning for a game against the Hamilton Huskies, and Jack Cannon gets things off on the right foot with a nice shot off the post, beating Falla, not even a minute in, and it's 1-0 Toros. The Toros dominated the first period, and Falla kept Hamilton in it, but right here it's a case of right place, right time, second goal of the tournament for Nicholas Perot as he cashes in on the rebound. Still 2-0 Toros midway through the second, and Brett Foreman keeps it that way with saves like this as he stops DeSantos on a breakaway. As mentioned, if it wasn't for Hamilton's goalie Falla, the Toros might have been able to run away with this one, but hats off to Falla and the Huskies net, who kept it at 2-0. In the third, still 2-0, Hamilton's pressing. Hall turns around from the faceoff circle, but he runs into the wall of Foreman with a glove hand save. But Hamilton will get on the board. McCleary on a breakaway. Somebody inform NASA, because that's a rocket right to the top shelf over Foreman, in and out to make it 2-1.
There'll be one more draw to end this game, and Connor Cole wins it. A big defensive draw win for the Toros. Just going to ring it around the board. Battle about to it, and Gorman kept it in, but the Toros are going to pick up a huge 2-1 victory. Goals in the first period by Hannon, and Perot stood up with Nicholas Perot getting the winner as McCleary scored in the third period for Hamilton. but the Toros now move to 2 wins and 1 tie in this tournament, and it should get them reversed into the semifinal tomorrow, but we'll find out when that all gets sorted out. We do have one more round robin game coming up in a couple hours when the Toros take on Niagara.
Drew Galton does a good job keeping his shutout streak intact as he stops this tip from Henderson out in front from Niagara to keep it at 0-0. This one stayed 0-0 to the second, but it doesn't stay that way as Connor Cole finds a way to slide it through the legs of Mantle to make it 1-0 Toros. To the third we go, and Perot takes over backhand right top shelf over Mantle with a high shot to make it 2-0 Toros. And there's an old saying that streaks are meant to be broken, and so does this one as Drew Galton's shutout streak comes to an end as this shot gets tipped out in front by Weibo to make it 2-1. Niagara is going to keep things coming as Brunton is going to walk out in front and just fire it on net, makes its way past Galton through the arm, and the Toros knew that a tie wasn't going to help them, so they needed a hero in a big way.
And since Niagara does lead this by 1 point, 6 points to 5 over the Toros, the tie wouldn't do anything for the Toros. Cameron Ryan back in. Rita scores! And the Toros take a 3-2 lead. Sitting at the side of the net was Benjamin Sabrizi, and he made no mistake putting that one in. And the Toros have their lead right back at 3-2.
That late goal by Sabrizi held up to be the winner as the Toros held on for a 3-2 victory and booked themselves a date in the semifinal with the Belleville Bulls. Belleville are going to get the first opportunity. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Wido's going to get a good shot away. It's going to get stopped by Foreman. It makes its way in behind him on the line, and Connor Cole sweeps it away. If Connor Cole wasn't there to help out Foreman, it'd be 1-0 Belleville. But if a fish had wings, it could fly. It doesn't, and that puck doesn't make it to the back of the net either. Still 0-0. As we approach 1 minute remaining in the first period of the semifinal, Gage Ford is going to get this lead pass up there for Jack Hannon, who's going to split the defense and go in 1-on-1 against Cochran and make no mistake to put the Toros on the board and go up 1-0 before the end of the first period. As we go to the second period, Jack Hannon's going to try and win this race and go in on a breakaway. He's got one already looking for 2, but this time Cochran comes up with a save and also comes up with a rebound save out in front by keeping the right pad up against the post. In the second period, Belleville are going to tie things up at 1. Wido is going to walk out in front. Foreman is going to make the initial save, but Longo is going to clear up the rebound out in front and tie things at 1 as we head to the third. The third period solved nothing between these two clubs. It was 1-1 going to overtime, and it was 3-on-3 overtime. Here comes Graham going in on a breakaway, but Connor Cole with a nice defensive play to come back and get a piece of him as Graham fired it wide as he had the game winner on his stick.
So it's going to be the Toros that are going to shoot first, and Beckman has selected Connor Cole to shoot first for the Toros. Connor Cole coming up in against Cochran. Into the zone now with a shot. Stop there with the right pad of Cochran. And now it's going to be Wido that goes for Belleville. Wido goes 1-on-1 against Foreman. Foreman ready. Wido comes in. Wido into the zone with a quick shot. Stop there by Brett Foreman, who shuts the door. Next shooter up for the Toros will be Nicholas Perot. As mentioned, he's got 3 goals in the tournament, and now he gets to go 1-on-1 against Cochran. Perot into the zone. Scores! Nicholas Perot with a nice move and goes backhand over Cochran's glove to make it 1-0 in the shootout. I believe this one is going to be Martin that's going to shoot for Belleville. Martin 1-on-1 against Foreman. Martin is in. Stop there by Brett Foreman. Shuts the door again with a right pad stop off Martin. And it looks like Cameron Ryan's going to be the shooter here. Cameron Ryan starts it up. He's got some nice moves as well on the breakaways. Here he comes. Stop there by Cochran with a nice blocker save. And here comes Graham, I believe. He might need a little bit of redemption on the breakaway he had in overtime. And here comes Graham 1-on-1 against Foreman. Nice move and fires it wide in the net. And the Toros win it. A big win for the Toros in the shootout. Graham again had Foreman beat, but again he fired it wide in the net. And the Toros will move on. In about an hour they'll play the winner of the other semifinal between Niagara and Caledon. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.
It's what the two teams have been fighting for all weekend long. The Cowden Hawks and the Clarington Toros playing in the finals, and the Cowden Hawks had the first big opportunities. D'Angelo takes it to the net, stopped by Galton, and watch the left pad save, the quick reflexes stopping De Silva as well. Then the question becomes, how do you come up with a bigger save than that? The answer? Stop a breakaway also with the left pad as he stops Mora. Bad break for the Toros, second period, and they're going to get a breakaway of their own, and it's going to be Logan Jackman one-on-one against Heaney, and he rings it off the iron, still scoreless. Still in the second period, and we're scoreless no more. Duty misses the net, but a rebound out of front gets swept in past Galton, and it makes it 1-0 in favor of Caledon, heading to the third. Third period now, last minute of play, and the game on the line. Galton is sent to the bench for the extra attacker. I wonder what's going to happen.
At the blue line, Davidson slaps it in behind the goal. Nicholas Perot trying to walk out of the front. That's going to go in behind the net. Back for Davidson. Quick shot. Stopped there by Heaney. Rebound out of front. And they score! The Toros have tied it with 16 seconds left. I don't know who is sitting at the side of the net, but they got to feel pretty good right about now. It's tied up at 1.
Two very good teams. This one would head to overtime for the championship, and it would be a 2-on-1 for Cowden. Baxter leans into this shot. It gets stopped by Galton. The rebound goes right to Mora at the side of the net, though, for the championship winning goal. But the Toros have nothing to be hanging their heads about, as they played a great tournament to get to the finals and had great fan support all weekend long. This is going to be a good year for the minor Pee Wee AA Toros.